Hello, and welcome to this HelloID Service Automation Overview video. In this video, we would like to start with a conceptual overview and then demo the functionalities of the Service Automation module. Service Automation can be used in combination with the HelloID provisioning module or on its own as a standalone. With provisioning, we automate as many user management tasks as possible. However, there are always tasks that cannot be auto-provisioned. We handle those tasks with service automation. The end result is the same. IT work is done in a compliant way, handled more efficiently, and end users are happier instead of frustrated. Above all, IT staff do not have to do anything. The purpose of service automation is to delegate IT tasks from the IT department into the organization. Without service automation, employees have to call or email the IT help desk or enter their request in the IT help desk tool. The end result is the same. An IT help desk employee needs to receive the request and then process it into the network. This is a manual process. With service automation, the IT department can build an IT catalog with all the common IT help desk requests. Items in the catalog could be, for example, create a temporary network account, create or start a virtual machine, or change a group membership. Basically, everything that can be automated can be put into HelloID service automation. This will result in automating most of the IT help desk tasks. HelloID Service Automation uses a delegated web interface for the IT catalog. The web interface is easy to use. You don't need admin privileges or IT knowledge, and every change is executed via a defined procedure, and it is all logged in real time. This web interface is so simple to use that you can delegate it to an IT coordinator per location in the company or even delegate it into the organization to the end user or a manager. You can also use an advanced workflow system. So if an employee or a manager is requesting a costly license, you can set an approval on top of that, or there might be a request for sensitive data access that you also want to be able to approve that request. When the request is approved, the task is immediately executed by HelloID Service Automation in the network without the intervention of any IT employee. Quick, safe, and compliant. The end user does not have to wait, and they will see an immediate effect. The best thing is that you can put any item in the HelloID shop. Create a temporary account, set access rights in a business application like Salesforce, request and start a virtual machine, anything that can be automated. Let's demo this HelloID module. We start in the HelloID portal. Here is the portal that an end user would access to request items they want to be made available to them by the IT department. We, as the end user, have different options to choose from in this IT shop. We can apply filtering, so we only want to see applications we can request access to, or we only want to see the file shares. We can filter the applications that are being approved for us to use as well as the ones we have access to. So in this overview, we have access to 7 applications. The nice thing is that not only can we see this as an end user, but our manager has the same overview. Let's switch over to the manager, who is Amir Atkinson. So now we are logged in as Amir. We go to Manage Users. These are the employees working in his department. Here is Cheered Seenan. Here we can see the same overview we just saw as an end user. So the applications on the list are the same. As a manager, we can see what Cheered Seenan has access to. We can also see the riskful applications, as well as the price for the applications, how many licenses are being used, and how many licenses are still available. We can also return the application for Cheered, and we have the option to change the return date for the application. Let's suppose this is temporary access for Cheered Seenan for the finance application. It's a high-risk application, and perhaps we want to change the return date so Cheered Seenan only has access to this application for 2 days. We can also choose to return it immediately by clicking on this option. Of course, Cheered Seenan can return the application himself as well, but we've noticed that end users don't usually do that, and it results in access rights and license accumulation in the network. Let's switch back to the end user, Cheered Seenan. We are back in the portal logged in as Cheered. Now, Cheered can request access to an application. So, for example, he wants to have access to Visio. Before he requests access to Visio, he can see how many licenses are still available for the organization, 25. And he can see the approximate price for the application and that there is a time limit on this application. This one is set to days, but it can also be set in hours or in minutes. Cheered can only have Visio for a maximum of 10 days. But let's say he only needs it for 8 days. Now this request is being sent to his manager, and the manager can approve or deny the Visio request. Let's switch back to the manager, Amir. Amir will see that there is a request by Cheered who needs Visio for a demo. Of course, this request is also sent to Amir via an email. Let's take a look at the email application, and here you can see the request. Cheered wants to have access to Visio for 8 days, and of course Amir can deny or approve this request. Let's handle this request. We switch back to the inbox, and now we can deny or approve. We approve it, but say this is okay for 2 days, so instead of 8 days, he gets it for just 2 days. Now it's being approved, and Cheered will have access to Visio. Let's go back to what Cheered sees on his end. Now you can see that it's approved and that Cheered Seenan will get access to Visio. The best news is that this all happened without any work or effort by the IT help desk. The help desk does not have to do anything. The end user can request and the manager can approve, as well as any other workflow sequence that applies. Another nice thing is that we also have integrated this portal into other portals. Because, as you can imagine, you do not want to introduce another new portal for the end user. Let's take a look at this as part of an IT help desk application, Topdesk. This is the native Topdesk overview. We can choose the default manual route by creating a help desk ticket. Of course, this ticket needs to be manually processed by the help desk. However, we can also choose the HelloID route. This tile is created by Tools Forever, and we have the exact same overview as Cheered had in HelloID, and now it's part of Topdesk. As an end user, we think we're still in Topdesk, so we don't need to learn a new interface. An extra option is that HelloID also automatically creates tickets. So we go to My Requests, look for the closed tickets, and here you can see the request we just performed. Cheered's request for access to and the approval by Amir Atkinson. So there's a full cycle you can trace in the help desk system. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.